Hi, I'm Zathers Gaming, and this is a no-death guide to the second level of Sifu, the Club. Start off the bat, we open up in the alley. This level was... I love the setting for this one, it's great. So you right off the bat, you're going to have an enemy right around the corner here. And like the first level, most of the enemies are pretty standard, pretty basic in the first couple levels. And so parries are going to get you far, just like they did in the first level. This guy you can just skip. And then you've got these two enemies here. Unfortunately, I actually make a mistake here. That second guy runs off and gets a bat. You can avoid that by just keeping them knocked up against one another. Or you can grab the bat first if you want. I avoid it because I like saving the bat for this next section of the level. But yeah, I kind of goofed and let him pick it up. Sometimes they don't do it. Once the two guys are dead, you can move on. So in this area, keep in mind, there's a lot of enemies here, but you can actually really take advantage of the space. So you've got a ton of room to maneuver in this area. I don't take advantage of it as much in this specific attempt, but just make sure that if you are struggling to make sure you're moving. Like even here, I run off to the guy, so there's no one behind me. He had a bottle in his hand, so I didn't want to take the throw, but I still have not a whole lot of control in the area. Another thing is there's throw balls on the ground, so if you get the ability to kick those right off the ground, right here I do it right there. If you just tap R1, it'll kick it up off the ground, but you have to make sure that you get the ability first to permanently unlock that for yourself before attempting these no-death runs. That ability is so helpful for this section of the game. And the little sort of mini fight with the DJ that's coming up here, I abuse the ability to no end when I fight against her. So right now, this fight right here, I guess she's not the DJ, but the break dancer. So open up that fight right away with the leg sweep. Just immediately gets her off her feet, and then you can run away and just kick these little stools at her feet. She'll instantly fall over, run over, hold square or circle, knock her to the ground, get some of that damage, and then just rinse, repeat. There's tons of these little stools throughout the entire level in this floor. You can see a bunch off to the side there in the different booths. Highly recommend taking advantage of the space. So here I end up getting structure reserve. So for this second level, I personally find just 2 points into the health bonus on takedown is fine. This is going to kind of wager for yourself. I know that I'm going to need the structure defense when it comes to the 5th level, and so I'm kind of prepping myself for future bosses in my no-death attempts. The structure becomes a major issue for some of the ways that I take on later bosses, so again, I get structure right there. In this area, you can actually don't fight anyone. Grab the pipe off the ground there so you have it for the next area, and walk up to this guy. And when he has a dialogue, push up on the D-pad, select trials, and he'll just talk to you about what the trials are, and you can head on your way. You don't have to fight a single person here. So just grab the shrine, grab the pipe, and just head straight through. Save yourself no need to kill him. You're not going for score, you're not going for XP. You can do that on different runs. This is strictly a no-death run. So as soon as the door opens, you can go in and get a quick takedown. Sometimes she'll buff out and turn into an elite version, the glowing gold shoulders. But if you're lucky, she'll instantly get dropped. It's hard to gauge sometimes which ones are going to do that. Sometimes their health bar glows a little bit white, but it's so hard to tell if you're just rushing in. So in this area, again, try to take advantage of your environment. There's a lot of space that you can maneuver in through here. Again, I don't end up in this run specifically. I don't need to, but you can run up the stairs. There's bricks in the back corner there that I do take advantage of. But I'm really able to, right there, I took advantage of those bricks off the ground. I really am taking these enemies on one at a time. If you're not careful, you'll get surrounded by enemies here. So if you need to, you can throw enemies at each other. You can use these bricks like right here. They work great on elites. As soon as you throw a brick at somebody, charge them because they'll get staggered and stunned. And then again here, push up on the D-pad, say trials, and it'll just immediately push you through to the next section. You don't need to fight her. Again, you can fight her if you're looking for score and XP, but because we're doing a no-death run, as few enemies as you can kill as possible is kind of what you're going for. All right. So we head on through down this hallway. Man, the visuals in this level, so good. It's so good. I love it. Oh, and some of the later levels, man, it just gets even better. This fight, for some reason, I just couldn't. I had no problem off camera getting this fight down, but here I just struggled so much. So I apologize if this fight looks super clumsy. I couldn't get my parries off. Normally I would just parry this enemy. She was just crushing my soul. So if you drop her staff with a leg sweep, it can make it a little bit easier, so that you have the staff, she doesn't. So I run in and I throw my first weapon at her to at least initiate the fight. Leg sweeper, so she drops it. I can't parry worth a damn here, so I end up taking a ton of damage. But yeah, you can parry all these hits. I just am blocking instead of parrying, and then she's breaking my stance. It's not great. So I finally get the parry, take her down. But yeah, even on a no death run for myself, these sections are gonna, not everything's gonna be clean, but you can recover from them. That's the important thing. The second that you get to another shrine, you can recover from that damage. The difficulty is that these next two enemies that you're about to fight are probably the hardest two enemies in this entire sequence. In fact, often I would die to these more than I would the final boss. So in here, one of the biggest things is trying to keep these two split. The best way that I found to do this is to actually try to push them off the ledge. So I try to do it right here. I push her, but she gets stuck on the post, unfortunately. And then I get punished right here. It's not great. I drop my staff. He picks it up. So I charge. You can actually just drop off here and run across the other side, vault up. This does try to break up the fight a little bit. Sometimes you'll get really lucky and have one come up like right here, so you can kind of focus on one at a time. I throw him. She gets knocked. There we go. The fall damage from the ledge. And then I finally get it here, push him up against the ledge, and then fall. Look how much damage he takes. So much damage. Then he's on the ground. Chase after him. Hit him with the circle, and then leg sweep to kill. So highly advise trying to push those people off the ledge. Be careful that they don't push you off the ledge. So to push people, by the way, it's parry, and when they're being punched, just press press both square and X at the same time. So at this shrine, I end up picking up the focus regain. I find it super important for this fight because I'm going to be doing a lot of phasing here, the avoiding. So it builds up my focus meter faster so I can get more leg sweeps off, which means more damage. But this whole fight, you're basically just going to phase underneath. And all that is pressing L1, pressing and holding L1, I should say, and then flicking down on the stick when the attack comes up. Don't let go of L1. So as soon as the stick comes in, he does 3 aerial attacks over his head. 1, 2, 3. You duck underneath him each time, and then you can, as soon as the third one comes in, you just go in and get some punches. I get a leg sweep. You can run and grab a weapon off the shelf there. The leg sweep lasts quite a while, so you can still get back over there and punch them in the face, and get your weapon. Unfortunately, I immediately lose the weapon because he charged me. But yeah, all his attacks in this first stage of the fight, you can actually just constantly push down and avoid everything. You don't ever have to worry about pushing up. You can parry some of these attacks. I don't advise it at all. The reason I say that is because if you miss the parry, he does so much damage because he's using a weapon. It just destroys your health, and it will pretty much instantly kill you if you're not careful. So if you want to try parrying, by all means, but I just found this to be the much more consistent strategy. Can take a little bit longer because you're not building up the stagger bar when you do avoids. So yeah, and I got a quick knockdown. If you hear that little bell, in that case it was kind of hard to hear because my weapon broke. But there's a bell noise, and when that happens, the enemy gets stunned. And so you'll see it as well in their animation, but you can just charge them and keep doing as much damage as possible. So during the end of the fight, when he's getting low, I try to fight near these near the staffs to get a fresh one. I kind of goof here actually because I could have done the takedown to move into stage 2. But I was greedy and wanted a full staff to go into the phase 2. I want a fresh staff so that when you get to phase 2, I have a full durability weapon to take down the boss in stage 2, because there's no weapons in the second stage that I'm aware of, at least. So don't do what I did and not get your takedown, because you'll feel like an idiot. But I still recover, take him down. I don't have a fully fresh weapon, but I go into phase 2 here. And now we have the true hard part of this boss fight. So in this version of the boss fight, you have to be very careful because he adds in a leg sweep now. And he's going to do it right off the bat here. So we slow down. This attack is a leg sweep. I instantly lost to it on my first try. Like, I know it's coming, So the way that I deal with it in this phase of the fight is I actually just press and hold L1 until I see his first attack comes out. And the reason I do this is just because my reaction time to do to react to a leg swipe or a head swipe is just too much. And so instead what I do is I just let the first attack hit me. It only hits my stance. It doesn't do any damage. Let that first attack hit unless I'm super conscious of what's coming. And then I avoid down after that, because it will only ever be the first swing of the attack that is his leg sweep. So if he's ever coming in from a distance like this, there we go. First attack was the leg sweep. I goofed again, but again, usually just press and hold L1. Once you know that you're fine after that first attack, you can start just pushing down on the stick to phase again. If you do get knocked on your feet, make sure you roll away, because he will try and smack you. Once you get the phasing timing down again, at the end of that combo, you can just go in, punish him for it. Every time you're avoiding, you're building your focus meter, leg sweep, punish with the damage from leg sweep, and just be very patient on the end of this fight. So again, I goofed there because I was getting greedy. And it's just that as soon as I see it coming in, I block that first one. The rest I know are not going to be a leg sweep at all. They're always going to be coming in at my head. And I goofed pretty hard there. Almost gets the double hit to... That would have nearly killed me. He gets... So at around, I want to say 30% of his health and into a stagger bar when there's just a little bit left, you'll notice that he starts to get faster and will start stepping away from you a bit more. So what you need to be is, you kind of need to be a little bit more aggressive and gauge your timing on it. But so see how he just keeps stepping back after each of his swings? You'll get used to how to time it. But really, as soon as you see him jump back, you can try to punish it. Just be ready. The second that he starts to swing again, just hold L1. Or if you just want to be patient, you can just sit back, keep avoiding, and eventually get your focus up and punish with the leg sweep to finish him off. So there, I got the ending in. He's dead, and that's level 2. That's the second level. So phasing is going to be your best friend. The avoiding the L1 down up. You can try if you want to do the L1 up over the leg sweep. I just find it way too difficult. The attack comes out too quick for my brain to register jumping over it or ducking. And so I just keep it simple for myself. Just hold block. There's no punishment for it, and then just duck. Do the downward swipe on the rest of them. So yeah, that's the end of level 2. If you have any questions about what you saw or have any comments about the video, please feel free to comment down below. And if you find the guide helpful, please give us a like. If you want more content like this, subscribing as a new channel, it's super, super helpful. Lets me know what you guys are enjoying. Keeps you up to date on when I post new videos, all that good YouTube algorithm stuff. Yeah, I also stream over on Twitch. So if you want to see me live, that's where I spend most of my time. I'm over there 3 days a week, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern. You can head over on Twitch to see my exact schedule as my days move around a little bit. And yeah, I also have a Discord down below. Same thing with the link. You can head over there if you want to join the Zathras gaming community or chat with me more one-on-one outside the YouTube comments. But yeah, good luck with your no death runs. If you're going for them, please let me know in the comments as well. And good luck getting if you're going for that trophy for the under age 25 finishing the game. It's going to be a tough one. I'm getting close. I've almost got the last 2 fights down. But yeah, wish you guys luck. Happy hunting.